Day 9 of the 75-day hard challenge. Come on now, baby. What are we going to be doing today? Today we are going to be refilling 33 gallons of water, doing a chest workout, doing a tricep workout, and then we're going to be doing something a little bit different for our second workout, and today is my day off, so we have that flexibility to do that today. I hope you like, subscribe, and enjoy the video, but as always, stay fearless, and let's get straight into it, baby. Ow! What's going on, guys? It's Joseph McMahon, your boy. On this video, we're just going to go ahead and do a little bit of voiceovers, switch it up just a little bit, and really talk about it. So right here, we're pushing 245 just to get some reps in. We're doing about 4 reps, and I did about 3 sets of, I did 225, and then I did 245, and then I went back down to 225, and then we went to the Smith machine and did Smith machine incline. We started off with, I don't know, some people say that this is 225. Some people say, yo, you can't really count this as 240, 225. However you want to do it. That is just what we're doing. So I did that one set, and then I was like, you know what, my chest is kind of warmed up. Let's go ahead and just do a burnout. So we went ahead and did 245, or how I said, whatever you want to call it. I know it is a little bit lighter on this than if you just were to do free weights, but I didn't really have a spotter, not really the most confident on incline, especially whenever I'm doing it by myself, and just did a burnout. So I don't really know how many we just did right now. We're taking off the 10 on each side, going down about 20 pounds, but the chest is feeling honestly already fatigued. As I'm making this video, you know, this is 2 days later as we speak, and my chest is still extremely sore. I wanted to go ahead and switch up the process. So I was like, yeah, usually I start with flies, then I do Smith machine, and then I do bench. But then I warmed up this time, and then after I warmed up, I did some pull-ups just to warm up the back and get them lats activated, especially whenever you're doing Smith machine incline. I feel it a lot on my lats, a little bit of my front shoulder, and then of course a freaking lot on my chest. And so now we're just like, okay, we're gonna do a burnout right here at 225. I really wasn't able to get that many up. As you can see, I'm extremely struggling. I try to put it all the way up right now, but that wasn't happening, man. And I was like, you know what, we are not done with this burnout. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put the 10s up, and then we're going to go ahead and take off this 45 and just do a burnout with a 45 on each side. If I could go back, maybe I would have put an extra 25 just because the 45 on each side was extremely light. But hey, like I said, 2 days later and we're still pretty sore. So we did something right. So then I go ahead and I sit down and I'm like, yo, it's about to get nasty. And yeah, so we sit down. In my head, I was like, I'm gonna try to hit 10. Realistically, I'm gonna go till I can't go anymore. That's what I love about the Smith machine, is that worst case scenario, I can rack it up. There we go, 1, 2. I was going slow right here. I really wanted to feel that burn, but then I was like, man, bro, this is easy. And this is right here at this moment, I knew I should have put more weight, because it's just going up like freaking butter, bro. Yeah, and then I got too cocky, so I'm like, oh god, it's really hurting right here. I take a sec, and this is normally what I do sometimes. Let me know down in the comments, do you take this? I take a sec, but since I said that the Smith machine is going to help, you know, kind of spot, I was like, yeah, let me sit back down. I know I just did a burnout, but let me do a couple more. Worst case scenario, I can re-rack it. And these are kind of like partial reps. I really wanted it, but the chest was extremely fatigued right here and hurting. Now you got me questioning right here, everything. Then from there, we go ahead and we move to pull downs. Now, pull downs, I've been really, really, really falling in love with. This is my favorite so far. I used to do just the rope, but my tricep has really started getting a lot of mass whenever I started doing this now. So I just do the straight bar, do pull downs, and yeah, I mean, I really feel the burn. But for whatever reason, this day particularly, I just remember being like, bro, my triceps are extremely fatigued. And I think it's because I normally, I don't know. I mean, I think it's just because we were doing so much weight today. At least it was a lot of weight for me. So I was like, yeah, bro, I'm feeling fatigued and my triceps are extremely hurt. We went ahead and finished off their workout with some flies. Now, since we are doing the 45-minute workouts, right now I'm kind of keeping it simple where I'm not doing too much burnout. This day, of course, was my off day, how I let you know. So normally I would spend, maybe even upwards like an hour and a half in the gym on an off day. But since this is the 75 hard and we're barely on day 9, man, I'm looking to really go far in this anyways. Yeah.
All right, front of the shoulder. I worked out a lot right now. The chest is dead. I switched it up today. So normally I start off with the flies and then I do the incline and then I do the bench. But today I did it backwards where I did a bench and then I did incline. And then after incline I did tricep pull down. The reason why my triceps were dead today, but I feel good. So, and then we finished off with the course, the flies. But we're gonna go hit some golf balls right now, hit the second part of the workout. I'll meet you guys over there.
Lit. Well, I'm at the driving range. So I'm gonna put a tripod up. I guess just enjoy the next 5 minutes of just hitting straight golf balls. And the music over it. All right, so I figured that I would do a voiceover for you guys. Truthfully, I'm definitely going to start getting mic'd up with a wireless microphone. I have them already, so I don't know why I haven't been using them, other than the fact that I'm just trying to get my reps in terms of just getting in the gym, getting in the motion of just uploading again. But honestly, I think that that's kind of an excuse. But over the last couple of days, I've just realized so much of just falling in love and being in love with the process that I'm in, where I'm at in life. I know that a lot of times we want to be in a different spot in life. I mean, think about it. Whenever you're at work, you want to be on vacation, or you want to be doing something else. You want to be maybe working on yourself. Maybe your mind and head is somewhere else other than work. But then whenever we get on vacation or now we're doing something else, sometimes our mind is wandering somewhere else as well. And it's like, well, why wouldn't it wander? We've trained our mind to do so. And I've realized, for so long I was trying to save money, where I was just locking myself, what felt like, in my room, in terms of just, I'm working on stuff. And then afterwards, now I'm going to the gym and I'm just going to the gym. And then after that, I'm going to work. And then after that, I'm going to the gym or going to sleep. And it's just a cycle and cycle and cycle. And something like this, I've had these golf clubs for a long time. I know that you can find golf clubs on Craigslist, Facebook, or, maybe another site. But sometimes you can find something so cheap as spending $50 on a golf club set. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to be far from good, but as you can see in this video, I'm not good, nor maybe are the golf clubs. I don't really know. My neighbor was moving, and he was kind enough to give me these for doing some work, some fencing work for him, some fencing and decking work. But I'm just falling in love with the process. I've wanted to find nice, fun, cheap things to do. Now, this whole bucket right here that you're watching, if I had to guess, I would say maybe 100 golf balls. I mean, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. I'm not too sure. But this was just $10 to do. This is about maybe 10 minutes away from the house. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to do this. I want to do something new. I want to do something fun. As you watch the video, you can see, yeah, I have a couple good swings, but I'm far from good. Fun fact, in 7th grade, this might have been 8th grade, but I think it was 7th grade. 7th grade, I was on the golf team at my, local middle school, and about 3 minutes away from the school, we had a driving range, and it was cool because we got to go to the driving range every day for, golfing season, and we would go up there, we would putt, we would go on the driving range. We learned how to chip. We'd go on the sand pits and just chip balls, and it's kind of set me up a little bit. I mean, realistically, being on the golf team in 7th grade for like 3 months isn't going to set you up for much, but just enough to say, hey, I've done it once, So nothing really crazy, but I feel like this is a good sport to get into. I don't think it's cheap at all, but just taking a step back and realizing, hey, man, be present. Get away from being in your head whenever you're hitting golf balls. Feel the happiness that comes with it.
7.
In this moment, you could tell that I also have
Let's go ahead.
Headphones in. I'm listening to some of my favorite music right here. Loving, as funny as this sounds, like just being outside with nature and just being like and falling in love with the process of not being okay necessarily where I'm at, but knowing where I want to be and knowing that this is a process. I've asked God for visions of where I'm supposed to be in a couple years, and I see exactly where I'm living at. I see what car I'm driving. I see what clothes I wear. I see how I look like. But sometimes we get lost in the sauce and lost in the process of not knowing how to get there, and sometimes that can be the most overwhelming thing. I turned 26 in a couple days, and I just remember being 21. No, what feels like maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but that's the in denial in me, and that's almost 5 years ago now. But why I bring that up is because I remember being 21 or 20, being 21 soon, and just wanting to almost rip my hair out because I was so stressed of not knowing what I wanted to do with my life. I've always known what I wanted to do. I've always known that I wanted to be a type of coach. I always known that I've wanted to be like a motivational speaker. I've always known that I wanted to help people get out of situations, not like a therapist, but something a little bit greater than that in terms of like not necessarily greater than that, but in a way of, not dealing with mental health aspect, but dealing with the part of, okay, someone's at an okay ground or a good ground in a good state of mind, but they want to further the thing that they're doing, whether it's, making their structure better, making their day better, going after the things that they thought that they never thought that they could do, and actually doing it and achieving greatness in the process, and maybe not necessarily having the confidence to do it, but knowing that they want to do it, so then they take the next steps to do it. Sometimes those are the scariest things, and a lot of times we have a point where we're closing one door and we're opening the other, and it's truthfully one of the scariest things in our lives. Like we're not too sure or familiar what's in the door that we're about to open, and we're so familiar of the door that we're closing that sometimes we want to peek back in there and maybe even revisit, but we got to realize, hey, we're not supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to go in the next chapter. But since it's
every time I come out here, I break one of
unknown
these.
territory,
Let's go ahead and go with the number 3.
dude, sometimes that sucks, but you got to live in faith and know that so many more blessings are going to come. So many more friends that you've been praying on are going to come. So much wisdom that you've been asking for is going to come. So much happiness that you've been grinding for will come. So much money and wealth will be coming your way. So much just success. Now, will there be bad days? Of course, because that is the part of growing. Sometimes we're going to have horrible days so we can have the best days of our life. If if our life and our feelings were the same every single day,
if you
would that be
notice,
much of a life?
Kind of rushing through. We actually have 2 minutes before they turn off.
I don't know.
Lights, so
I think that's a
there's still
question
couple
for you to
people
answer,
here,
and
the lights turn off at 10.
And something that maybe you need to let me know in the comments. But yeah, I mean, you might just be wondering, Joseph, I thought that we were just hitting some golf balls, and truthfully, that's what it is. That's what you're watching. But a lot of times it's deeper than that. And as you can see in the video right now, I'm just swinging these golf balls because, yeah, I bought like 100 golf balls and haven't gone golfing. Maybe I went to the driving range maybe once in the last year, maybe year and a half. So yeah, I have like 3 minutes till the lights turn off. It's about 9:57 at this moment, and you can just see I'm swinging. I'm not even getting good hits at this point, but yeah. So I was just like, let's bring out this huge driver, and I'm not confident with the huge driver because, fun fact, I have broken so many drivers that you can just tell I'm pretty scared. I like to stay away from those. My confidence needs to go up dramatically. But yeah, man,
I don't think it's supposed
golf
to do this.
Isn't
This one's broken.
cheap sport. I mean, maybe you can make it cheap. I'm not too sure. Maybe let me know down in the comments if you golf. How can you make it cheaper? But it's definitely something fun. I've always had such a competitive edge in me. And my mom brought this up the other day. She was just like, I really thought that you were going to do something competitive, because since I could remember, I always wanted to be the best in anything and everything I've done. I've always taken pride of what I did, but I just loved being and doing and just trying to go in the best of my ability. But I was always being called try hard growing up and I'd be like, well, if you're going to try something, why wouldn't you try with 100%? It made no sense to tiptoe through something and half-ass something. But yeah, guys, I just want to say thank you so much. I hope that you're liking this series. I hope that you're vibing with everything. And yeah, the videos are going to get better. But, man, it's just right now just showing up, man. And eventually, after showing up, it's going to get better. And eventually, you're there to grow, and eventually you're there and that's what I'm doing right now, man. I'm trying to grow. Whenever you watch these videos, I hope that, yeah, it could be background music, and I totally get that, or maybe you're actually watching it, but I just hope that you're learning through this process that we always have to keep growing, and we have to have happiness. And right here is where the lights turned off. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. And I'm going to let Joseph take it from here again.
There goes that. If you made it this far, guys, thank you so much. We really were just rushing through. I've been here for a good 45 minutes, but I just decided to film the last 10 minutes. Anyways, today was a realizations for a lot of different things, but keeping my head straight is the best thing that I'm trying to do. Sometimes sometimes a lot of things happen that we don't want to happen, but if you asking God to strengthen you and provide wisdom and give you strength and make you a better, stronger person all the way around, things are gonna happen. And that's just life itself. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep growing. Let me know if you liked watching 10 minutes of this. I'm really not gonna edit this that much. I'm just gonna leave it all. Anyways, please get out your comfort zone. Stay fearless. Day 9 of the 75-day hard challenge series is complete. Anyways, like, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. And as always, stay fearless. We're out, baby. Ow! Thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. You're really gonna like this video up next. But before I go, y'all know what we say, baby. Like, subscribe, and as always, stay fearless. We're out.